Fallout continues for those who post negative comments about the Charlie Kirk assassination, including a local teacher. And Jimmy Kimmel, his monologue referencing Kirk brought the suspension of his late night show. And we'll tell you what brought the grounding of planes disrupting travel for hours at the San Diego International Airport.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
A live lookout from the Flournoy Alert California camera. We're seeing clouds in the sky there and at a number of locations throughout the North State today. The big question, of course, do they hold any rain? For the very latest, we check in with Court Klopping.
Well, Linda, so far, those clouds not holding any rain for the interior of Northern California. Now, you're seeing some returns coming up here on the satellite and radar closer to the coast. But so far, for most of us today, it's just been an increasing cloud cover across our region and dry conditions. Now, as we head through your lunch hour at noon, we're warming up pretty quickly, almost on par with yesterday. 84 degrees right now for Chico. Now, the instruments are showing sunshine because the clouds are pretty thin. Southeast wind of 5 miles an hour. Redding, 92 degrees. We're seeing winds out of the north to 8 miles an hour still for Redding. 85 degrees right now for Red Bluff. 85 degrees as well for Oroville. So Redding in the lower 90s, the big standout currently in the valley. Temperatures projected to end up in the 90s for the majority of the valley today. 91 to 98 degrees. Wind out of the south gusting to 25 miles an hour with humidity dipping to as low as 20%. So with the winds picking up and the humidity dropping, fire danger in the moderate to high range for your Thursday. Linda, coming up in just a couple of minutes, I'll be tracking a bigger drop in temperatures and the chance for showers returning in your forecast. That's in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Court. A new development in the Pacheco School District where the school board voted to fire the teacher who was placed on leave for social media posts about Charlie Kirk's death. After the teacher was placed on leave last week, we told you how the sheriff's office increased security at the school. Some of our viewers shared what was posted with us. We're not giving the name of the teacher because we're still working to confirm that the person who made the post is the teacher who was fired from Pacheco. The post in question said, "You reap what you sow, Mr. Kirk." Another post from June about Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene said, "Can someone please kill her?" After parents at last night's school board meeting called for the teacher to be fired, the trustees met in closed session and then emerged to announce that teacher's termination. ABC has suspended Jimmy Kimmel's long-running late-night show indefinitely after an angry response to comments he made about the killing of Charlie Kirk. Jonathan Vigliotti reports from LA on the reaction from the entertainment world and the president.
Jimmy Kimmel!
Days after police arrested the man suspected of assassinating conservative activist Charlie Kirk, this was Jimmy Kimmel's reaction Monday night.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
In response, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, a Trump appointee, appeared to threaten broadcasters Wednesday while speaking on a conservative podcast.
They have a license granted by us at the FCC, and that comes with it an obligation to operate in the public interest. I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. These companies can find ways to change conduct, to take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead.
Hours later, Nexstar, the country's largest local broadcasting group, announced it would preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live for the foreseeable future on its stations, calling his monologue, quote, offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our national political discourse. And shortly after, ABC said it would pull its late-night host off the air indefinitely. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
When a private employer takes action against a private employee for speech, that's not a First Amendment issue. That, generally speaking, is an employment-based issue.
Celebrities like Ben Stiller and Gene Smart were quick to defend Kimmel. Comedian Wanda Sykes, who was scheduled to appear as Kimmel's guest Wednesday, accused the Trump administration of ending free speech.
Hey, for those of you who pray, now's the time to do it. Love you, Jimmy.
Reacting to the news Wednesday night, President Trump called it great news for America. Kimmel has routinely taken aim at the president in his late-night monologues, and he's subsequently been a target of Trump's ire, including after CBS announced it was canceling its Late Show franchise with Stephen Colbert, citing financial concerns.
I guess that wasn't enough for El Presidente because he posted, the word is, and it's a strong word at that, Jimmy Kimmel is next to go in the untalented late night sweepstakes. You want us to be canceled because we make jokes about you? I thought you were against cancel culture. I thought that was like their whole thing.
We must be careful not to allow the government to punish critics simply because of content.
Ana Gomez is one of two FCC commissioners working with Carr. She was appointed by former President Joe Biden and called Kimmel's suspension a dangerous new precedent.
That was Jonathan Vigliotti reporting. He said Kimmel and his reps did not respond to the request for comment and said that it's worth noting Nexstar decided to preempt Kimmel's show as it seeks FCC approval for a $6.2 billion merger with another media company, Tegna. San Diego International Airport back open after an hours-long ground stop. According to the FAA, an airplane experienced a nose gear failure around 6:40 last night. The incident grounded all planes and diverted flights for travelers for several hours before reopening. Officials say the plane came to a stop without any injuries to those on board. An investigation is underway. Community members are rallying to help care for 18 dogs left behind after a deadly crash killed a mother and son from Tehama County. 40-year-old Katrina Potter and her 8-year-old son Carter Williamson, both of Paynes Creek, were killed in a crash early Monday west of Manton. We spoke to a friend of the family who shared on Facebook asking for help caring for the late woman's 18 dogs, all of them Australian Shepherds.
You put the word out that you needed help with the dogs. Describe what kind of response you've seen.
It was an amazing, overwhelming response. I had communication from Shasta County, Tehama County, Butte County, Grass Valley. I never expected such a huge turnout of people inquiring about the dogs and people offering dog food, kennels. Amazing amount of people just offering their kennels and to supply dog food. And I had a gentleman from Corning supply all the dog food we could need.
Stower said the family is going to need some of the dogs, or going to keep some of the dogs rather, but others will be adopted out, and they found homes for all of them. Potter's 11-year-old son was seriously injured in that crash. Reading police and offenders in the Shasta County Alternative Custody Program cleaned out thousands of pounds of trash from area homeless camps. They targeted places like North Market Street, at the Sundial Bridge Loop, Park Marina Drive, under the Cypress Street Bridge, and near closed-down businesses. More than 35,000 pounds of trash was pulled out, bringing to 430,000 pounds the amount removed this year. Notices to vacate were also handed out at homeless camps in the area of Sulphur Creek Road. A big year for the North State Symphony. The maestro himself joined us next to talk about what's on tap for their kickoff performance.